Today's topic is hidden hazards, the toxins you live with every day, and what to do about them. So, one of the things that I wanted us to tackle and to be aware of, and I don't want to get like too technical with you, but I just want you to have a grasp on some basic things as it relates to reducing toxins in your environment. So, one of those is understanding what xenoestrogens are. How many have heard of xenoestrogens? Xenoestrogens are basically synthetic hormones that can mimic the action of an estrogen. So it's actually spelled XENO estrogen, xenoestrogen as in a foreign estrogen. And those xenoestrogens you can become exposed to via plastics, via fragrances. So these are some of the things that I want to really talk about today. These xenoestrogens are said to have sometimes an even more significant impact on the body than your regular estrogen, can put you more in an estrogen dominant state. For those of you who have heard me talk before, an estrogen dominant state is a fat storing state, and it can become problematic in that way. If you have a product that has a smell to it, and if you look on the label, so I encourage you to look on the label of your candles, of your lotions, of your perfumes for sure. And if it just says fragrance, I need you to be very aware and concerned, not scary concerned, but I need you to be thinking about how you can swap that out. We want to switch and ditch certain items. Why? Because fragrance is a multitude of potential chemicals, and a lot of them have not been studied well. And many of those chemicals that you find in fragrances are known to be endocrine disruptors. And I know a lot of you love your body sprays, etc. A simple switch and ditch for your perfume is actually essential oils. And that's something that I switched to many years ago. And so it's an easy switch and ditch as far as putting on a perfume, especially if it's just a bunch of chemicals where you're potentially exposing yourself to xenoestrogens. You can switch to an essential oil and ditch the perfume. So that is one way that you can make a difference. And with deodorant, there's a few issues. One, we have a concern about the aluminum in deodorant. And so you may want to try to look for a deodorant that is aluminum free. And then fragrance may also be another issue. So you're kind of looking for two different things there. Now, another place where we really can make a big difference as far as toxin exposure is plastics. Plastic. And there's different types of plastic. If you look on the bottom of a plastic container, there's a little kind of recycle triangle, and there's a number in the middle of that triangle, and that tells you what type of plastic it is. Plastic number one, that's the really thin plastic, like in your water bottles that everybody's drinking out of, it seems like, in the plastic, like for your dishwashing liquid. That is that very thin plastic. It can cause carcinogens to leach into your liquids, especially if it's heated. Again, I don't want to get like too terribly technical, but I just want to give you some big picture things that you can start doing right away.